so much. Oh,
So many compliments.
I know, I want to stay here.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
And watch, you come out and she's the worst interview. She's like, "You're so mean. You're so nice to her."
We take all that back. You were horrible.
Let me help you out a little bit.
Let's go.
What are you doing? Don't do that. Oh, God, get out of there. This is not a romance novel. Jungles eat people like us.
What is that? Get it off.
Please,
I can feel him sucking my soul. River like a bandit.
It's lovely to talk to you both
Nice to
about
see
The
you.
Lost City. I swear my face was hurting
Good.
from smiling
We wanna
and
hurt your
laughing.
face.
I was
Right.
having that much fun that I was in pain.
Fantastic.
The treasure hunt in this is epic. If you were to leave clues for someone to find you, what would you leave? Like for me, there'd be hair mousse, hummus, picture of Lady Gaga.
Oh, like if it was so it's things about your personality that would lead them to you. Okay, I mean probably a series of just like
Coffee cups.
Splendor packets.
I would, if he had lattes,
Yeah.
lattes, I would know it's Daniel.
Yeah.
Iced
Just
lattes.
Iced lattes
yeah, I'd like
strewn on the
iced
floor. Like
Daniel.
he's somewhere this way. What would yours be?
What do you think mine would be? Like if you were to say, if you needed to find me, what would it be?
I mean,
Tears?
no. I mean, I can't think. I mean, tea bags, maybe? You'd
Maybe
like a
tea,
tea?
yeah. I like-
just like
yeah,
we're both
yeah.
finding each other by
Green
our
tea
preserved
bags, that
hot
would
drinks.
be just like piles of green tea bags, I think
Yeah.
would be a good indicator.
But I would also, I would be if I get lost, I'm screwed. I could not survive the
Call his
jungle.
girlfriend Erin. She
Yeah.
knows where she is. I know where he is. Yeah.
You won't survive. Well, I was going to ask, Loretta has to really learn how to tolerate Alan in this to survive in the jungle. If you were stuck in the jungle on your own, which of the previous characters that you've played would you choose to be stuck with? Who would be the most helpful, or who would just be great company?
I have a pretty easy answer for this one actually. I play a character called Manny in a film called Swiss Army Man, who's just he is a Swiss Army. He's dead already, but he does talk, so he's quite friendly, and you can store water in him, and certain parts of his body act as a compass. So he's useful in the forest.
You'd be great,
makes
you'd be
for good mattress
surviving.
as well.
He does, yeah.
I'm sad that I can't. I'm going through the repertoire going, there's no one that I'd really want to spend long periods of time with. So basically, I don't want to spend time with myself. Maybe Gracie Hart from Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
Gracie Lou Freebush?
Yeah, I remember you like that name.
Yeah, well, my IQ just dropped 10 points.
Just because she's very upfront. She's very transparent, and doesn't mince words. So I like people who just sort of lay it on the line.
I would definitely watch that sequel. Just you guys in the
Just
jungle
me
together.
and myself and I.
Yeah, great. I'd watch it.
You do know you're not Dash, right? Dash is a character I made up.
Dash!
Oh my God.
I love how Alan basically thinks he's Dash and wants to be this fictional character.
Yes.
When you guys were younger, was there a fictional character within pop culture that you were desperate to be?
All mine were musicians.
Mine was Spider-Man.
You did?
Yeah, I was like fully convinced at about age 10 or 11 when the Tobey Maguire one came out that I was like, if I just concentrate and I look in the mirror, it will become Spider-Man.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I think
You like to
Spider-Man
have
really is
Spidey
every
thing.
boy's sort of, because it allows you to still be a boy.
Yeah, and every nerdy boy particularly.
Yeah.
Because he's not
Yeah.
like massive.
Yeah, my son's the same way. I just wanted to be a musician. Like I love Tina Turner. I just give me Prince. I wanted to be someone who understood life the way they seemed to understand and be able to express life, and just had, not knowing anything about them, but just that power. They had a way of expressing that. I was like, ooh, you're making me feel all these things. You must be feeling them. So that was sort of my obsession.
I'm telling you, Nutbush City Limits is the best workout song.
It just. Yeah.
That on the treadmill, you're sprinting. You're
Yeah, I
going
don't
for it.
sprint anywhere, so I don't know what song would make me sprint, but
Stick that on next time
Yeah,
and
okay,
you'll be
okay,
good to
okay.
go. At the start of the film, we see how Loretta reads some of her book reviews. What's the craziest thing you've read about yourselves?
How long have you got?
well, some of those were about me. I said let's pull real ones.
No!
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So which ones were you reading?
I'm gonna let you decide.
I mean, I've had so many weird things written about, like, there was a thing that, like, I was having special beer brewed by Belgian monks, that I used to get the SAS to walk my dogs. Like, there's so many weird, like, there've been a lot of weird stories about me. I can't keep track.
Before I did Speed, I had one reviewer said she's about as interesting as a bus ride.
I'll show you a bus ride.
I'll show you a bus ride.
That's nuts,
Yeah,
man.
we couldn't put that one in there. I said I love that one, but it's like that just didn't really work for that scene.
I mean, I can't imagine how crazy it must be.
It just, I have a theory. If you read the good ones, you have to read the bad ones. So I just choose not to read.
Yeah, that's
Because it's to me the good ones are lying and the bad ones are fact.
right.
We need you to promote your new book on the Lost City. You can't spend your life in the bathtub drinking Chardonnay with eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's sexiest cover model, Dash McMahon!
I think it's so sweet how much Alan loves people coming up to him saying that he's Dash.
Yeah.
What are the most common lines from movies you get people coming up to you in the street and quoting?
I mean, you would expect there'd be some Potter lines,
You
but I
would.
don't really get them that often anymore. Like, sometimes when I was a kid, somebody would shout, "You're a wizard, Harry," at me, but like not like it's been a while.
You're a wizard, Harry.
But made by me saying this, that's tacit permission to everyone to start again, obviously.
Remember
so.
that time I came up to you in 2003 and I said that line to you? That you say that line?
Oh yeah, it was great.
I don't really have a lot of quote. I mean, again, miscongeniality. It's like the thing that, you think I'm gorgeous. And I didn't understand how it drove mothers crazy by, their children saying it until my daughter watched the film. And she would say, "You think I'm like, shut up.
That's
You think I'm gorgeous? You want to kiss me? You want to hug?"
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so that's the only one.
It must never fail to make you smile, though.
It
Like
just,
that
it's,
one
it's
is a
great,
classic.
especially when your own child
It's
is
just-
saying your line back to you.
That's
better,
cool.
better. And I was like, She's
That's
just-
really fun,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I've got to ask, please tell me you kept the pink jumpsuit in
Oh
this.
yeah, I have one. I kept the best one. We call it the hero jumpsuit because it was the one from the beginning of the film that had to be really tailored because I wanted it as constricting as possible to get up on that chair. And that whole scene was based on a Today Show interview that I had at the beginning of my career where I could not find the rung on the seat and I was sliding off and I was like, why do you do that to women? Why?
So funny.
So that we had those chairs, the stools in the scene built really high with no place to put your feet. So that's the one I kept just because it was the prettiest.
I just had tears at you on the chair,
Oh.
like actual tears.
Bowen going, mount it.
Mount it. He was just mount it,
so
mount
funny.
it.
Absolutely
There you go.
hilarious. Speaking of the pink jumpsuit, what are some of the coolest things that you guys have taken from film sets? Cool mementos.
I mean, Sandra also at the end of this gave me one of my most beautiful suits
looked so
in this
good in
film.
it.
She was
He
like, "You
looked so
should
good in
take this." So that was my leaving gift, which was
Yeah, but
very
you have the
lovely.
glasses from Harry Potter.
I've got the glasses from Harry Potter, and I've got an accordion from Weird Al.
I mean, he's got good stuff.
I got some good stuff.
Yeah, you have good stuff. I keep like one outfit from. For me, the Russian Soyuz outfit that I had from Gravity is because the craftsmanship is ridiculous. So that's what I have. That really is super special because it's a work of art.
And you got the bus from Speed.
I have the bus from Speed,
Yeah.
but that's my son's first car. So when I said, "This is waiting for you, only 12, but it's yours." Bus from Speed.
Just outside. Oh, no, he lives there.
You could open a whole museum.
You could, that no one would go to.
Then I'd have to run it, and it'd be
Exactly,
awkward.
and then you have to pay, insurance, and everyone has to have coverage and liability insurance, and it's just
It's a lot of work running
it's
a
too
museum.
much.
It's
It's
too
too
much.
much.
I guess.
In
I
your
mean,
home.
Yeah, you could run each other's museums.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I will run it every Thursday once a month. I'll do Thursdays. Daniel,
Sandra, I've lost all your stuff. I'm so sorry. Somebody was really nice and I gave them the gravity suit.
Book me on Friday, I'll be there.
Okay, great.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you
for
for
talking
your
to
worries.
me.
Thank you.
That was
Yeah.
fun. That
Thank
was
you so
really
much.
fun.
I
Well,
love
yeah,
the
got it.
film.
That's
Loved
great.
it. It's
Cool. Thank
amazing.
you.
Thank you.
Hits Radio.